Okay, so if you want to insert columns into your document, this is the way you go about it. So you click on the Layout tab, and you've got columns here. Now, if you want to put columns on the whole document, you just go like this and put 2 columns in, and it'll do the whole document, including the heading. For this instance, we don't want to include the heading, so what you do is you press enter and come to breaks over here, and you insert a continuous break. Now when you insert that, it's basically breaking off the rest of the document, and it's recognizing that you don't want to put the title in a column. So if you click on columns, and we'll put 2 columns in there, you can just automatically do that, or you can come into here. So what we want to do is 2 columns, and we want to put a line between each column. So you just select that and click OK. And that's how it will look. So if you scroll down, it would show like this. Now the reason why there's no line here is because there's no information here. So notice how the information for Finance Towers is running into the next column. So we want to shift that over so it's on one whole page. So what you do is you put the cursor just before the F on Finance Towers, go to the Layout, go to Break, and insert a column break, so it will know to shift it to the next column like this. Okay. Now if you want to shift it to the whole page, so what we want to do is move this to the next page. You put just before the P, or wherever you want to move on to the next page, go to Breaks and click on Page, and it does that. And see how the line comes up? It's because now it's recognizing that there's information that needs to move to the other side. So just so it doesn't flow on like this again, we'll insert a column break here, so it's one whole piece. So if you put column here, and there you go. So those are basically breaks. So the main one you'll be using are page breaks, column break, so it's just moving it to the next column. If you put a page break here, this whole thing will move to the next page. So those are how you use your breaks. Now with columns, you will find with this you want to do hyphenation. So hyphenation just makes it look a bit better. So if we just insert hyphenation, it basically just tidies up these areas here. So for example, if I wanted to justify the document, so let's just justify it, and you notice how it's got the gaps in it. If you actually insert hyphenation, it just makes it look tidier. So we'll click on automatic. So it will automatically hyphenate the whole document, all the columns. There's manual where it'll ask you for every single word it's going to, so we'll do automatic for this one. And notice how it straightens itself up, and even these look a little more tidier. They look a little tidier. So that's hyphenation. So just for this purpose, I'll add another word. So here, this title has been hyphenated. Now, I don't want my title to be hyphenated, so what you can do is you click in that title, click onto paragraph, click on line and breaks, and click don't hyphenate, and it will take the hyphenation out of the heading or whichever. So if you put in here, it'll take the hyphenation out of the whole paragraph. So it works as paragraphs and subheadings. Okay, so that's how the hyphenation works. So what we actually want to do now is put borders on. So what we want to do is put a border on our header. So you just select it, click on home, and over here you've got your borders. You can actually do this, and if you're watching behind, it'll change it for you. So you've got outside borders, or you just go to borders and shading and click on box. So we just want 1 point. and dotted lines just for this exercise, and click OK and click Escape, and that's how it looks like. So that's a border just around the paragraph itself. If you want to insert a page border, you just click on this down arrow here, go down to Borders and Shading, select the Page Border tab, and just do accordingly. So we'll just pick Shadow, got 3D, I'll just do Box, and we'll do double line, 3/4 point. Let's change the colour to green. And that's how you add borders to the page. So we've covered inserting columns, putting a line through the columns, and hyphenation. So that's how you do that one.